What I'm discussing today is based on P2B's public speeches, policy proposals, interviews, and long standing political philosophy. These are informed possibilities, not confirmed plans. If P2B wins the 2027 elections, these are the things I think he will start doing immediately. These are his strategies. I think the first thing he will do is declaring an economic emergency. One of P2B's first priorities would likely be the economy. Throughout his political career, he has repeatedly argued that Nigeria's biggest challenge is not simply politics but economic productivity. If elected, he would probably declare an economic emergency focused on increasing production rather than consumption. His admiration could prioritize agriculture, manufacturing, technology, mining, and exports with the goal of creating jobs and strengthening the value of the naira. Instead of relying heavily on imports, he has often spoken about making Nigeria a country that produces more of what it consumes. The second thing I think he will do is reducing the cost of governance. This has been one of P2B's signature messages. He has consistently argued that Nigeria spends so much money running the government. If elected, he may begin by reducing unnecessary government expenditure. Possible measures could include cutting excessive foreign trips by government officials, reducing the number of political appointees, reviewing government agencies with overlapping functions, limiting luxury spending by public officials, encouraging greater fiscal discipline across ministries and agencies. His supporters believe such savings could be redirected toward infrastructure, health, education, and security. The third thing I think he will do is to strengthen security. Security would almost certainly be among the first issues addressed. P2B has repeatedly stated that no economy can thrive without security. The possible priorities could include better funding and equipment for security agencies, improved intelligence gathering, greater cooperation among security institutions, increased recruitment and training where necessary, stronger community engagement to address local security challenges. He has also expressed support for security reforms, including discussions around state policing, provided there are adequate safeguards. The fourth thing I think P2B will do is investing in education. Education has consistently featured in P2B's public speeches. He often describes education as an investment rather than an expense. If elected, his administration might seek to improve funding for public schools, upgrade educational infrastructure, strengthen teacher training, expand technical and vocational education, increase access to digital learning resources. He stated his goal to prepare Nigerian youths for a more competitive global economy. I think the fifth thing he will do is to reform the healthcare of the country. Healthcare is another area he has frequently emphasized on. Possible early actions might include improving primary health care centers, increasing investment in medical facilities, enhancing the welfare of healthcare professionals, expanding access to essential medicines, working to reduce medical tourism by improving local healthcare services. The sixth thing I think he will do is fighting corruption through institutions. Peter Obi has often argued that fighting corruption requires strong institutions rather than relying solely on individuals. If elected, he might prioritize greater transparency in public procurement, digital payment systems to reduce leakages, strengthening anti corruption agencies, improving financial accountability across government institutions, publishing more government financial information for public scrutiny. The objective will likely be to reduce opportunities for corruption while improving public trust. The seventh thing I think he will do is attracting foreign and local investment. P2B frequently speaks about creating an environment where businesses can thrive. Possible strategies include simplifying business regulations, improving infrastructure, strengthening investor confidence, promoting public policy stability, encouraging both domestic and international investment. His view has often been that sustainable job creation comes primarily from a vibrant private sector. The number eight thing I think he will do is supporting agriculture. Agriculture has been central to his economic message. If elected, he may focus on supporting farmers with improved inputs, expanding irrigation projects, improving rural roads, strengthening agriculture chains, increasing food processing within Nigeria, boosting agricultural export. He has argued that agriculture can simultaneously improve food security, reduce inflation, and create employment. The number nine thing I think he will do is improving power supply. No serious economic reform can succeed without electricity. P2B has repeatedly stated that reliable power is essential to industrial growth. Possible priorities could include expanding electricity generation, strengthening transmission and distribution, encouraging private sector participation, supporting renewable energy projects, improving regulatory efficiency. Better electricity would help reduce production costs for businesses and improve living standards. The number 10 thing I think he would do is building national unity. Nigeria remains a diverse country with different ethnic, religious, and regional identities. P2B has often spoken about the importance of fairness, inclusion, and equal opportunity. If elected, he may seek to promote national unity by emphasizing competence, dialogue, and inclusive governance. Building trust among different communities would likely be an important part of his leadership agenda. Implementing the strategies might not be straightforward. He could face several challenges, including limited government revenue, highly public debt, inflationary pressures, security concerns, resistance from entrenched interests, the need to work with the National Assembly to pass key legislation, global economic conditions that affect Nigeria's economy. These factors mean that policy implementation would require careful planning, negotiation, and sustained effort. Final thoughts. If P2B has consistently presented himself as a leader focused on productivity, fiscal discipline, institutional reform, and investment in human capital, it means that if he's been elected, he will reasonably do the things that he needs to do to move the country forward. If he were elected in 2027, it is reasonable to expect that his early priorities will reflect these long-standing themes. However, whether such strategies would achieve their intended outcomes will depend on many factors, including the quality of implementation, cooperation across government institutions, the support of the National Assembly, and broader economic conditions. Ultimately, every administration is judged not only by its promises but also by its ability to translate policies into measurable improvements in the lives of citizens. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your views in the comments.